I think at this point there's a very positive feeling in the city of Utica of we can, we are, we will. I think what you're seeing with the north-south arterial, what you're seeing with the old Bozzard sites now United Auto Supply, what you see with Bass Pro Shop, what you're seeing with a lot of the great development that's happening at this point, that negative attitude I think that we've seen and felt out there is really starting to resonate some positive within the city. I think you got some great things. I think we have a infrastructure at this point that is ripe for success. And I think now that the national developers, the regional developers, and our local entrepreneurs are seeing what a jewel the city of Utica really is. Bozzards is at this point. United Auto Supply is as you drive by there now with all the constructions going on. You got construction inside the site at this point. United Auto is going in there along with Tracy, and I think we'll have another surprise coming up in the very near future. But it's outstanding to see West Utica, a brownfields project that was talked about for 15 years. Now that we have shovels in the ground, the foundation's there, jobs, vibrance, Utica is coming back. One of our first things that this administration did is day one was the Harza building, which is now called the Clark building. And again, you're taking a local developer, entrepreneur, Tom Clark, and we see Tom Clark has got Utica College in there with Dr. Todd Hunton. We see that there's the vibrance in the downtown area of something that if you just drive by it now, you see Utica College logos all throughout that building, and people are starting to take our downtown very serious at this point for lofts, for restaurants, for entertainment. It's a place to be. I mean, our development is definitely going to be with our downtown, but it took somebody like Tom Clark to put the money and his passion into the love that he has for the city. Let's talk about a little bit about the HSBC building. What we've talked about, even during my campaign, that it was an eyesore, close to $3.5 million for demolition of that. And I think with my campaign, I said, you know, we have to look for developers to go into it because it is, quite frankly, iconic in the city of Utica. We were fortunate enough to sit down with Mike and Francis Pezzanella. They're going to be putting lofts, that they're going to be putting in a rooftop bar. I just think that there's so much excitement at this point. And the beautiful thing is we talk about national and local and regional developers. Here's local people that really have put their heart and soul into something. They believe in the area, and you know, what they do is spur on economic development for everyone else because they understand the success. They understand the success they've had and what they're going to have in this future endeavor with the HSBC building. Well, the Harbor, the LDC has been working extremely hard. We've been meeting on a consistent basis. RFPs have gone out. They have come back. As you can see, there's buildings coming down along North Genesee Street. There are some people that didn't even know where the harbor was. At this point, they're going to see the waterways. We'll be erecting a sign there shortly. You have the Fairfield that will be building up, I believe, in January of 2014. It will be a destination point. It will be a mixed use. And again, anytime you have water, you have commerce. And we're looking so forward to the developing of that little by little at this point, but I think people are starting to realize that the reality of the harbor is upon us. Well, let's look at Larry Adler, what he's done with Moe's and Hoopla. First and foremost, that was a vacant building. Friendly was there, ice cream, and they closed it. Larry came in, he was shopping around for developers. He sold a great idea because of the fact what's happening along North Genesee Street with the harbor. It's outstanding. Welcome to Moe's. More importantly, welcome to Utica.
We saw that Utica was growing. Lots of new high-tech companies are moving into this area right now. You're going to start to see all kinds of new restaurants start to move in. And when that activity starts to happen, we want to be on the front end or the ground end of that development. And so that's why Larry Wilson decided to build this restaurant here. We wanted to be the first with something special and new in this market. We also wanted to be in this market because of all of the great activity that's happening down by the harbor. I mean, the harbor's being dredged. When that starts to happen, you start to see people and money and businesses all come into this market. And it's where we want to be, and we wanted to be the first one here as all of that activity down at the harbor starts to happen. Moe's philosophy is to give back, and so while we have a national cause with juvenile diabetes, JDRF, Larry Wilson, the franchise partner in this market, truly believes in giving back. We have banners throughout the restaurant that say, "We want to be your fundraiser." Just last night for the VIP event before the grand opening today, we had over 300 people that each gave $10, and that $3,000 was given to Proctor High School for them to use for whatever they need it for. And so that's just one small way that Larry gives back to the community. This building itself, this Moe's has allowed for 44 new jobs in this market. That's a lot of new jobs, and we're training these people not just to make burritos, we're training them to be future business leaders. And that's what we're excited about here in Utica.
And that's what you're seeing at this point. You're seeing a lot of energy, a lot of excitement that's happening in our downtown area, and we're just excited about it. This is just the tip of the iceberg.